Hello everyone, I am Demon Monkey and welcome. I'm going to be showing you some Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm action. I am here solo. I do not have John with me as I have had him in my most recent videos. But today what I want to show you guys is some of the new features that came out a week or two ago that I feel like a lot of the other YouTubers have sort of skipped over. People like Husky. They didn't really go in depth on it. They just sort of kept doing more Heart of the Swarm replays, which of course I'm going to be doing that a lot more on this channel and on John's channel. We're going to have some replays up over there too, and we're going to have fun stuff, some arcade games. So if you want to see any of that stuff, let me know. But today what I want to do, I want to go over two very important features they added in last week. They went over, they added in the training feature, which is what I'm going to be covering in this video. You see training right here. I'm clicking on it. And then they also added the versus AI, and I'll be going over that next week, so we can always go and watch both of them. They'll be somewhere probably at the end of the video where you can click on both of them and go to each one. But I'll put a link in the description below to get to the other one if you're watching whichever one you're watching. So that is that. Of course, you also have the ranked and unranked feature, which is how it will be. But today I want to go over the training. Alright, I would go over it with each race, but each one is somewhat similar if you sort of understand the concepts of the game. So I'm going to do each stage of training today, and we're going to see how that works out. And I'm going to be doing it as Protoss. If you want to see the Terran and Zerg one, I might do that in a little bit. I don't really know. If you want me to do the Terran and Zerg one in the training, they're very similar, the way that they do each one, so that's why I'm only going to do one race. And so I just decided, hey, let's do some Protoss. So we're going to go ahead and hit the play button, and it puts you up against an AI, and this AI is normally easy, and the way that training does it, they've really made the game a lot more, I would call it noob friendly. I know that's sort of a harsh word, but they've made it a lot better for people who are coming into the game. So let's go ahead and read this. Stage 1. This stage will help you transition from campaign to multiplayer. So campaign, there's a whole lot of stuff that you still have to do, and you need some control to be actually, pretty good at it, but you can beat campaign on easy doing minimal actions. You don't have to do much. You can just be like, oh, I can build some Marines by clicking, and then you can get through the entire campaign and you're going to feel great. And multiplayer is a whole lot more difficult. It's a whole different world from campaign, so it's really just to help you transition. And I know the game really well already, StarCraft in general, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to only do what they tell me to do, okay? So you'll see what I mean here in a second. So this stage will help you transition from campaign to multiplayer StarCraft 2 by guiding you through the following: learning the basic order to create units and structures, creating enough workers to establish a healthy economy, building multiple production structures to raise an army, increasing supply regularly to avoid becoming supply blocked. Hover over mission objectives in the upper left for more details. And it says press any key to continue, so I'm going to hit the space key. And here we go. Now, it is on really slow speed. I think it's on normal. So keep that in mind for each stage that we will do. So right here at the top it says warp in more probes. So I know I set these for hotkeys. I set 4 and 1, but you know what? I'm only going to use my mouse this game, because to be honest, when I played the original Wings of Liberty campaign, I only used my mouse. I had no clue what a hotkey was at the time. So I'm just gonna keep, alright, build more probes. So just sit here. You can see the objectives up here in the top left if that's what you guys were wondering. So it says construct a pylon. Okay. So we need to select a probe, go down here, click build, and hit E. We will build a pylon up here. And you see it's telling me what to do, and I'm only going to do what it tells me to do. Now I know this is really slow for you guys, but I feel like this is an important feature because they're making the game a lot better. I know I have a few friends who are Bronze League, and they like the game. They like playing it with me in 2v2s and 3v3s. It still says warp and probe, so I'm just doing that. They really like playing the game in 2v2s and 3v3s, but when it comes to 1v1s, they're just not really hooked. They can't get their hotkeys down. It's just really difficult for them. So I feel like this is really awesome that Blizzard wants to sort of get get that that little community, raise the community, get it better, bring in people from the outside that don't really know what the game is, and make it easier for them to understand it. And I think it's just great that Blizzard does that. Alright, so I have more probes currently warping in, as you see here. 1, 2, 3 warping in. Sorry for that. Epic fail camera movement. Warp in a gateway, alright. So we're going to go over here, we're going to warp in a gateway. That's going to build it. So, like, for example, what I mean by, and I like how it checks mark that, you can see they check mark it. The way that they sort of tell you, and it's really basic each time. I've already done it with the Terrans, so I know sort of what's going to happen, but I'm only going to do what they tell me. Keep that in mind. Warp in an assimilator. Alright, I can do that. There we go, and simulator. And then go back to mining. And it's constantly telling me to build more probes, but one thing that I really like, okay, and I'm going to show it to you up here in a second, once we start getting some supply. Okay, so it says warp in more probes. I'm at the 18 because I built like 5 of them in a row, but that's not a whole big deal. Warp in more probes. Now it went up to 27, okay. So we're just going to let these probes warp in. Oh, my gas is finishing. Should I put probes on gas? Alright, see up here in the top right, see how this is flashing? That is telling me, hey, build in a pylon. It also says it right there at the middle of my screen. If you can't see that, warp in a pylon. So, I'm just going to warp in another pylon back there. And it's not actually telling me to put probes in gas. So, that is a feature that they haven't added yet. Remember, this is still just the beta, so they're just all experimenting with this. Keep that in mind. So warp in some zealots, alright, we're gonna go down here. Oh, well, let's warp in 2 zealots, why don't we? So it still hasn't told me to put probes in gas, so now it just says create an army, 2 out of 50. Warp in more probes, so keep on doing what it tells me to do. And I guess just Blizzard hasn't really implemented yet the fact of, telling you, hey, remember to put guys in that gas geyser, but I guess it's sort of understood by the worker thing. So we're just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. In that particular case. Alright, so warping more zealots. They're gonna come out here, they're gonna go up here. I see it, warping a pylon right as you hit, right, and it's so perfect that it really helps you going back and playing this at regular speeds. The normal speed the game is usually in. It really helps. So, oh no, don't start warp gate. Warp in some stalkers, alright. We'll get some stalkers out here pretty soon. And we'll keep going here. So, down over here in the minimap, I don't know if you can see it, you should be able to see it, but if you look down in the minimap at the bottom left of our screen here, we see enemy base. And so that's like, oh, the enemy base is here. So I can click on it, I can be like, whoa. Okay, that's where the enemy is. Good to know. And so you can, and these are ladder maps too. If I wanted to go play a 1v1 right now, this would be in the map pool. So keep that in mind. I'm going to keep warping in more probes here. I'm not using Chrono Boost. I'm only doing what they're telling me to do, okay? Now, it really gets entertaining if you know what the game is like at stage 2 and stage 3. Because they build on what you do in stage 1. Alright, so right there, warp in more gateways. 1 out of 4. So I'm going to warp in 3 more gateways. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Create an army. We're slowly creating an army. So there we go. 5 gateways. Queued up. Create an army. So this is exactly what you would see if you came and did this by yourself. So it's... I really want to give you guys that experience, because I feel like a lot of the other casters, like I said, they didn't really touch on this. They sort of read it, they were like, oh, okay, cool, this change went through, but they haven't really put the time into making a video about it yet. And we see a Zergling here, approaching our base, our Zealot chasing that away. We're going to move these back. So, it's flashing again, it says, hey man, warp in more pylons, so I will gladly warp in more pylons. And so at this point, it's just mainly creating an army. You have your basics down. We have a strong economy on one base. It's actually not telling me to warp in more, so I'm not going to warp in any more workers. And I know this is really slow. Really slow. Construct a nexus at a new resource location. Alright. So let's go ahead and move down here. And build a new nexus. So look, it even pings it out on the minimap right there. You see construct a nexus. So I'm going to go down there. I'm going to say, hey, I should construct a nexus. Meanwhile, let us keep building. See, it says production idle warp in combat units, so I don't have anything producing out of the gateways. It's going to tell me, hey, keep on warping in stuff, man. So I'm going to keep on warping in stuff. Warp in 2 more pylons. Alright. 1, 2. And keep creating an army. Alright. I will gladly do that. 1 worker idle. Return idle probes to work. Where is he? We can click the idle worker button over here. Aha! I found you. So it's just tips like that. It really kind of refines you. Kind of says, oh, so that's sort of what I'm supposed to do. This is a valid strategy. All right, this is a 4-gate. It is valid. So now it says warp in even more gateways. All right. So it says I should get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Hold on. I don't even need all these probes to come do this. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. It told me to do that up there somewhere. I know it did. Alright, production idle. Keep up production. Yes, sir. I will keep up production. Oh, it's going to tell me to warp in pylons. Warp in more pylons. I actually can't right now, I don't think.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
I'm going to move my army down to this ramp because he is getting a little friendly here with his Zergling. And they also have it set where the AI, it'll attack you, but it's not going to kill you even if you don't know what you're doing, because it's going to be telling you what to do. So it says warp in more probes. Alright, I will warp in more probes. Warped in more pylons back here. Slight lag drop there. It's all good though.
You have not enough minerals.
Alright, so just to speed things up, I'm actually going to use Chrono Boost. Because it is useful. Okay. So now keep on warping in more army, alright? Let's get some stalkers. I really can't produce off of this many gateways. So you should expand earlier than this in reality, but you know, Blizzard, they still know what they're doing. They just say create an army. I like how they tell you to not move. Uh-oh. Here comes an attack! Will my army hold? Oh, it's just 6 Zerglings. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Good work, team. So I'm just trying to show you exactly how it would be done, and there are a lot of other great features in Heart of the Swarm that they probably haven't even released yet. You know, I'm most excited for the campaign, to be honest. I know the multiplayer is going to be freaking awesome, but I still really want that campaign playthrough because I really loved the Wings of Liberty campaign, and I just want to love the Heart of the Swarm campaign as much as I loved the trailer for the Heart of the Swarm. And the trailer was amazing if you didn't see it. Oh my gosh. Go on YouTube and type in, whoa, Heart of the Swarm trailer. It is just freaking amazing. I promise you. Alright, so we're going to keep on building more and more units as they ask us to do it. I'm actually using hotkeys at this point. I'm not mouse clicking because I figured out that, hey, if I hit the E, it warps in a sentry. It's a very fancy thing. So, alright, we have created our army, and we've established 2 bases. It says keep on warping in more probes. Aye, aye, Captain. And now it just says defeat the enemy. So I know the enemy base is here. I know this is the attack command. Let's click the back of the base, and let us watch our glorious army march to victory. Shall we? And so this is the stage 1. It's on normal speed. It's really slow, if you ask me. And the stage 2 is on fast, and stage 3 is on faster. So I'm gonna be doing all 3 this video. My mouse keeps getting a little too happy. and wandering off here. Anyway, our stalkers are quite fast. So here we go. We're attacking our enemy. The roach is dying off there. And of course he's not going to be able to hold this at all. Oh, it actually says construct a nexus and a new resource location, but which one? That is the question. Is it going to tell me here, or is it going to tell me here? Okay, we're not even going to worry about it. We're just going to do it here. Oh, what's going on with our army? Alright, so as you see, we're killing off our opponent now. There's not much he can really do. We're in his base. There's his economy. It's a lot weaker than ours. We have 2 bases. He does not. So we did construct a new nexus. We're doing everything the main objectives have told us to do, and we were successful at them. So now we're just going to watch as our glorious army slowly kills our opponent. We can warp in more zealots here. Why not?
Not enough energy.
Warp in 2 more pylons. Aye aye, Captain. And the GG comes out. So yes, this was stage 1. We're gonna move on to stage 2 now. We're gonna click yes on that. And there's the victory screen popping out. The amazing sounds of victory ring throughout your ears. We go to the score screen indeed. Now I got a new mic because my old mic had a lot of static in it and it stopped working. Mr. Demon, well, I will tell you. You can now level up in Heart of the Swarm. So let's move on to stage 2. You level up your person, your character. And that is that. Alright. So it says game ready. We're moving forward here. Alright, stage 2. Focus on the following as you continue your training. Use your race's abilities to improve your economy. Ooh, what could that mean? We will find out. Scout the enemy to determine its strength. Scouting, another crucial part of multiplayer. You need to know what your opponent is doing. I say most of the time knowing is half of the battle. Upgrade your units with powerful new abilities. Ooh, abilities. Interesting. Research weapon and armor upgrades. Okay, so just upgrades make our units better. You can now create advanced ground units. Ooh. Your hotkey profile conflict may prevent you from issuing commands and hotkeys. Okay. Good to know. So now it's on faster. It looks somewhat more like the game should, in my opinion. But we are on this beautiful map that I totally have no clue what it's called. So down there, enemy base, warping more probes. All right.
You have not enough minerals.
And like I said, I'm just going to do everything that it tells me to do.
You have not enough minerals.
And this video might be 30 minutes long, might be 40. I don't really know. But it will be a while because each time it takes some time. Alright, warping a pylon already. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're just gonna go out here, warping a pylon. Send him back to work.
You have not enough minerals. You have not
Warping more probes. And I think this is so much better. And especially with the versus AI combined with this, it's really trying to, you know, hey, this is, I mean, you can actually train. You want a training partner? Good. Come train against these computers that we've made, as compared to training against other people. Because, you know, with people, there's unknown variables. There's always going to be people who are better than other people. Use Nexus Chrono Boost ability. Okay. Whoa. So now the workers build a lot faster. As you can see, we used it last game a little bit, but now they actually tell us to use it. So it says warp in a gateway. Alright, we will warp in a gateway here. There we go. Warp in more probes. Alright. Warp in an assimilator. So, as you can see, it's giving us everything we did last game, but it's adding on more. And I really like that. Oh, sorry. You know what? I'm going to fix that here real quickly, so I don't do that again. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Very sorry. So here we go. So I'm pretty sure that won't happen. Okay, good. So yes, it's adding on to what we did last time with more. So it's great. It's great. It's like, hey, you know this stuff. You just did this last time. This is all the basic stuff you learned last time, but now you're just adding it on. You're doing it faster. It's at a faster pace. Oh, build more pylons. I'm getting out of control here, building them pylons. There we go. And keep on warping in more probes. Hoorah. Warp in more probes. 19 out of 27. All right. Can we chrono boost once again? Oh, it was saying it. It was saying use the Nexus chrono boost. So warp in a zealot. Got it. Send him down there to the ramp. And it also telling me to warp in a cyber core. All right. I will warp in a cybernetics core here in a minute as I get the resources to do so. Here we go. All right. Keep on warping in probes. We do need to build a second zealot. Create an army. 2 out of 50. Alright. Same thing we did last time. We're just creating an army. Good to know, but what else is it going to tell me to do? Warp in another pylon. Hoorah. Use Nexus Chrono Boost. Alright. Will do. I used it on both of them. It doesn't tell you where to use it. It just says, hey, use it. And I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. You know, you can be like, oh, I want to chrono boost a worker. Uh-oh, that doesn't make him work faster. Well, can I chrono boost? Oh, I can chrono boost buildings. Right? That's sort of the way you can look at it. Oh, bonus objectives! Warp in research warp gate from the cybernetics core. Okay, research warp gate. Alright. Very fancy there. Can we chrono boost it? Let us chrono boost it anyway. And let's make some more of these guys. Let's warp in some pylons. Warp in a robotics facility. Alright, here we go. So more advanced structures. I really like that Blizzard is kind of, it guides you through this. It's really what they needed to do in Wings of Liberty. Ooh, scout the enemy to determine its strength. Okay, well let's just grab a probe here. This is the enemy base, obviously. Let's just right click to go there. And as you see, I just clicked on the minimap and I right clicked, hey, go there. So now he's gonna march on through. I'm gonna grab this and grab that so I can quickly go back and look at it if I need to. Alright, it says warp in more gateways or robotics facilities. So you know what? I'm gonna warp in some gateways here. We'll warp in 2 more. While we scout the enemy to determine strength, here is this probe that was marching down here. Let's watch him. See what our enemy's got. We'll use the chrono boost here in a second. Uh-oh! Marine Rauder. He's got a few Marines, he's got a few Marauders. Keep that in mind. Oh look, some Zealots. Okay. So what can I build out of here? An Immortal. Well, it never told me to build an Immortal. But I will do it because why not? Let's go ahead and build an Immortal here. Warp in a pylon, alright. There you are. I'm gonna chrono boost you out again. Man, warp gate takes a long time. 160 seconds to research. Very interesting there. Alright, so keep on producing some zealots here. Research complete. Okay, now what did that give me? Oh, I can now turn my gateways into a warp gate. As you can see, transfer to warp gate down here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, expand! Build a new nexus! Yes, sir! Let's build a pylon too. Alright. We're gonna keep using the chrono boost here. Alright, so what does the warp gate do? Now before, it would take some time to build my units, right? But now that I've researched warp gate, I can select them all. I can go down here. I can click on, hey, I want more stalkers, and then I find an energy field. As you can see, it's red out here. I can't do it out here. I need to find an energy field that my pylons are supplying me with, and then you just start clicking, and it warps in the units as compared to warping them in through here for a long amount of time. I guess would be a way to describe it. Oh, we need to warp in a pylon. Oh boy. There we go. Another pylon. Going down. Use Nexus Chrono Boost. Alright. I will warp in a forge. Okay. I'm warping a forge right there. Awesome.
We are the blades of iron.
So we'll keep warping in some units here. Warp in another pylon. Alright. So as you can see, it's just really adding. Uh-oh! Here comes his push! No, he's killing our expansion. Let's click the attack button, move down here. Stop him! So as you can see, his zealots and marines quickly dying there. Very fast. And now we're going to keep building more probes and send them to the expansions. Transfer probes to new base. Okay. I will, so select a few and send them away. Alright. Research army upgrades. There we go. Got one. Chrono boost that out. Why not? Let's get some more zealots. Send them down there. Let's get another zealot too, actually. So as you can see, whenever you build something, you get supply for it. No, you get experience for it. That's what I meant to say. And whenever you kill something, you get experience. I'll show you that up here in a minute. Scout the enemy to determine its strength. So let's go ahead and send a zealot as compared to sending a probe this time. Let's keep on warping in more probes. Chrono them out. Let's chrono out the upgrades. What do we want to get here? Can we build another immortal? In a second we can. There we go. Chrono that out also. Alright. So here we have our Mr. Zealot going to scout for us. His name is Leroy. He's going to scout for us. So scout the enemy to determine its strength. Will do. Production idle. Uh-oh. Let's warp in more. Alright. Let's go back here to Mr. Leroy. Okay. So he's got some Marines. He's got a Reaper or so. And he's expanding. As you can see there, that is an expansion. So now you're like, okay, I sort of see his strength, and here's my strength. I think I'm in the lead. My expansion is up earlier than his. I feel pretty confident about it. Warping in more and more and more pylons here, because it said to. My army is almost ready to go. We just need to warp in a few more units. Oh man, pylons are restricting me. So it says research more army upgrades. Yes, I will. And look how it tells you to do it as the other one is finishing. So they really have this kind of marked up. They really know what they're doing. They're like, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and keep building more probes and defeat the enemy. Open some of those and a bunch of these. Alright. Let's go ahead and kill him. So let's go ahead and do our death march towards his expansion, as we saw in the last game. So it's very nice at getting. Oh, I thought I queued this up. Queue it up here in a second. Warping more gateways. Will do. Oh, that's a forge. Whoops. Anyway, not a big deal. I'll queue up more ground armor here in a second, but my guys are actually already there. Uh-oh. Let's pull this part of our army back. They got a little too fast there. There we go. Now let's kill them. Yeah. So as you can see, we clearly defeated their army pretty quickly there, pretty efficiently also. Now we're in their expansion. We're killing their command center. That's what it's called at their expansion. And so this is, I mean, this is the new training feature on Heart of the Swarm. It's a really great feature to get those new players into the game here. And we're gonna move on to the third one here pretty soon as we quickly defeat the enemy. Construct a new nexus. All right. Will do. Will do. There we go. Move them back. Let's go ahead and get a new upgrade. Warp these in. Produce more units. Chrono boost something. Meanwhile, our entire army is winning! And the GG as we kill off the rest of everything. So, another amazing victory symbol there, and we move on to stage 3. Now, stage 3, and also notice how the computers get harder every time they expand earlier. They have more units. They attack you earlier. You know, it's always a new thing with that also. So we're gonna move on to stage 3 with Protoss here. And stage 3, it is at faster game speed, faster. So that's what the game is normally played in. We're gonna go at regular speed, like you would if you were facing another person. So it's great for those purposes. Indeed. So stage 3, this stage will test everything you've learned in stage 1 and 2. See, keeping that stuff in check. You already know these things. You're just perfecting them even more. Keep the following in mind as you play. Hold Zelnaga Tower to see enemy troops' movement. Ooh, Zelnaga Tower. We haven't seen that yet. I wonder what that is. I'm going to find out. Continually create units to reinforce your army. Alright, so we're going to constantly be creating units. The game speed is set to faster, the default for multiplayer. Like I said earlier, multiplayer is normally at faster. You can't get much faster than faster. That's the way it is. Replay this stage or go to versus AI for more practice. So, you can either keep playing this stage if you don't feel confident enough to move on to versus AI. And that this is all of that. All multiplayer units are now available. Whoa, we can build anything in the arsenal, including casters and flyers. Ooh, casters and flyers, eh? All right. Moving forward here, warp in more probes. All right. So we're gonna do this. So if I was normally playing the game, this is what it would look like at the beginning. I'd be spamming, be 1-4-1-4-1-4-1-4. But for the sake of the purposes, we are just going to use basic hotkeys and not control groups, but sometimes I do end up using them. Warp in a pylon. All right. Get ready to move over here. Warp in a pylon. Alright, keep on producing. So as you notice, it's gotten faster each time that we play. It's like, you know, so if you haven't played the game, you don't really know what the game is like, this is sort of insight into that. It is the training mode for Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. Of course, this isn't the finished product, but it is on the beta, so I'm just showing it to you because I feel like a lot of other people have not actually touched on it. And I feel like it's a great feature. Use the Chrono Boost? Yes I will! Warp in a gateway. Alright. Let's move over here and warp in a gateway. So I have a question for all of you people. If you keep up with Heart of the Swarm, what is, and I want you to write a comment below, what is your favorite new unit introduced in Heart of the Swarm? Maybe the Swarm Host? Maybe the Widowmine? Maybe the Hellbats? Maybe the Oracle or Tempest? Let me know down below. As we continue this training session. Warping in simulator. Alright. Keep on warping in probes. Sounds good to me. Warping another pylon. Aye aye, Captain. So really, this is like a branch between campaign and versus AI. That's what they want you to do. So let's go ahead and put some guys in gas there. You use the Nexus Chrono Boost ability, get out 2 Zealots. Right, Chrono Boost you. Chrono Boost you. Warp in a Cyber Core. Alright, sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and take a second assimilator. Because we already took one, why not take the second? I mean, it's there. I'm just saying. Alright. So warp in a Cyber Core. Alright, warp in a pylon. Alright, go up here, do that. As you notice, things are a lot faster paced. I'm having to do things at a much quicker rate than I had to do them at before. So like I said, you're just still refining those skills that you learned from stage 1, even. And it's really great learning to refine those skills because they really do help you in this StarCraft world in general. So of course we want to keep up production, make more Zealots, get Warp Gate. That's what it said right there. Research Warp Gate from the Cybernetics Core. Let's Chrono Boost it. Chrono Boost this. Move forward. Warping a pylon once again, so we're warping one back here. Alright, so we have our little army people right here. Uh-oh, what have we done with our... No! Bad nexus. Okay, there we go. Scout the enemy to determine its strength. Let's send out a little guy here, a little zealot. Queue him up. Warping a robotics facility. Okay. Let's go ahead and go boom. Robotics. Warping a Stargate or Twilight Council. Which one should we go for? Let's go for Stargate. Because who doesn't like stars, right? You guys know. You guys know what stars are. Come on. How can you not know what stars are? Right? Keep on making more people. Let's warp in one of these. As it told me to above. Create an army? I will keep creating an army. Hello, what is this? Mothership core? Why don't we get one of those bad boys? Uh-oh. So it is another Terran. We've got Marines and Marauders. I killed 2 Marines and then the Marauder slaughtered my face. But that's okay. It's okay indeed. We're gonna stay here. Not a big deal. So now we have our robo facility. Alright, transform that into a warp gate. Construct a nexus at a new resource. So we're moving forward a lot quicker than we were last game. We're already getting a nexus. Oh, cool. That makes a really cool looking thing at the top. Alright. Keep on going here. Create an army. What can I build from here? Oracle, Void Ray. Alright, we'll get a Void Ray. Sounds cool. Get one of those. What is that? I saw something down there. Oh. What is this? Okay, so it is a flying unit. Awesome. So we'll move forward there. Move her over there. I don't know. I guess she has like abilities she can do, and then she can attack. Cool. So can she attack? Yes, she can, as you saw there. Production idle. Keep making units. Alright. Man, having only one gateway is kind of stinks, in my opinion. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I was doing something real quickly. Warp in 2 more pylons. Whoa, buddy. Alright. What was that noise? Baradakura. Alright, cool. So Stargate warps in Void Rays. Awesome. So let's go ahead and group our units down here. Chrono boost. Keep on making workers. Army upgrades. What can give me upgrades? Aha, here's some upgrades. Air upgrades. As we're making air units, we're gonna need that. Alright, let's make more Void Rays. Because Void Rays are a good unit. They are indeed. I know. I've played Starcraft for quite a while now. Transfer probes to new base. Aye aye, Captain. Whoa. Get a little happy here with how fast we moved the screen, but that's okay. Hold the Zelnaga Tower! What is the Zelnaga... Oh! What is that? Zelnaga Towers! Let's go hold them.
Prismatic core online.
Prismatic core online. Alright, let's go hold those towers. Alright, let's go ahead and throw down 2 more of those and send him there. Send these guys here.
You have not enough minerals.
Alright. Chrono boost out a few things.
Energy.
And we're slowly still building an army off of these 3 structures. It never said make more things. So we're gonna send another zealot to scout out the enemy here. And see what they have. So this is the stage 3. You're slowly building up more and more. It seems like stage 1 was mainly focused on the ground. This is more focused on the air and everything else, basically. You can do anything. So keep that in mind. Anyway, the Protoss air is actually pretty good. Start another upgrade. Keep on warping in probes. So yeah, we're just warping in more units here. Let's grab another zone. Okay, what's going on? He's got a lot of Marines and a lot of Marauders. Holy goodness. Don't worry. Do not worry indeed. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and warp in more gateways because I know I'm going to need them. Alright, research army upgrades 2 out of 3. So those are more gateways building. Okay. Let's build soccer. Let's warp in a pylon or 2. Defeat the enemy! We shall defeat the enemy. Here we go. Oh no, what are you doing, Zealot? Alright, let's go ahead and scout them out anyway. It'll be good for us. Oh gosh! Well, he's got a lot of stuff. Don't worry though. Uh-oh! Don't kill your own units! It's not recommended. Not recommended at all. Alright, so these guys have the Void Rays have an ability that makes them do extra damage to armored, so we're gonna activate that when we get to the engagement. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and do that. And attack! So, we are killing them with our air units. I activated the ability. It is now slaughtering through their army. And now we're just going to push up here and start killing off his expansion. He has missile turrets, but not to fear. Void Rays are a good unit. And now we just kill him with massive air units. So we're defeating the enemy. Back at home, transform warp gates into, or transform things into that. Warp in more gateways or stargates. We're warping another gateway. So yes, this has been the training portion of Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. If you guys want more Heart of the Swarm action, let me know. Leave a comment on there. But remember, leave a comment about which unit is your favorite change, and it'll be much appreciated. I'm going to have a lot more high-level games coming out if you guys like watching Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. So coming again soon. Uh-oh. Move you forward. So we're actually gonna watch our enemy die here, because it's pretty glorious to do that. It's pretty glorious to watch the enemy die, indeed. Alright, so that about sums it up there for everything. Let's keep making more Void Rays. A GG. He knows that he's dying. So yes, guys, this has been the training portion. We're going to have a video pretty soon about the versus AI, because they are both very similar in some ways. Alright, so we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like and favorite this, add it to, I don't know, some playlists that you would like. If you like Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm, leave a comment about what your favorite new unit in Heart of the Swarm is. And if you have any questions about Heart of the Swarm, let me know, because I will answer you. Remember, this is just a beta, so none of this is actually official yet. It is just somewhat official, you could say. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.